Go live manually on my YouTube. And could you also drop me a chat in each one, just to make sure that's working there later, once it comes back up. It says we're live. Looks like it's going pretty good, according to that. Alright. You drop me a chat in the chat there, dear. Awesome. And could you also test it on YouTube for me, please? There we go. Looks good. Alright. We are live. Where are my... Let's see here, docs. Let me add... Oh, you know what? It'll be alright. There we go. Just do this. And we'll just do... Show. There we go. Cool. Now I can see when people join stream. There we go. Welcome to stream, folks. We're live on Twitch and YouTube as a test. Oh. I have iron to gather here before we get too far. Grabbing my tongs just in case. Go. Okay. I didn't need tongs. Alright. Now, so today's goal is to finish up the library. We're going to have to actually go buy some things for that. That's right, we're going to have to buy some decorations from the traders. I'm just going to go throw these iron blooms in here. There we go. Put these bricks down. Enough iron blooms to keep me going for a while. Alright, now the other thing I need, desperately, is more shingles. I don't have enough shingles to finish the roof of the library. I'm doing a shingled roof on it. There we go. Alright. I may end up with some extra shingles. That's alright, because I'll save them for other projects. The other thing we're going to work on today is some road building as we get time here. Alright. Doing a little bit of clay forming really quick. Thankfully shingles are fast to make. Main thing is you just got to make so many of them. Like for every 2 blocks of roof I need 4 shingles. So it's a whole thing. I've been through a lot of shingles already. But it's good. It's helping me get rid of some of this extra clay I've gotten from my crazy panning setup. As a matter of fact, I was actually running out of storage space for some of this blue clay. And after that, next kind of major project after I get the library finished, because we're going to start working on steel, folks. The plan, anyways. Now, some of my players on the server actually do have steel. But I don't yet. Although one of my players was nice enough to gave me a steel pickaxe. Because they're awesome. There we go. Should be 48. Alright, so let's get these set up here, because each pit kiln can handle 48 of these things at once. Alright. 48 might be enough, but I don't know. And we're going to have to start cutting grass more. We've got grass, because it is April already in-game. There we go. Is that... Do I have 6 on me? I do not. There we go. And let's grab some fuel. Alright. Another load of shingles in the kiln. Very rainy out in the game right now. Okay. So once I get the shingles done, I do need to figure out... Let's see, where's my extra planks? There's my extra planks. So I kind of want to make, not a bottle rack, there's like a scroll rack that you can make. Where is it? There it is. Scroll rack. Okay, so that needs nails. Alright. So you need some nails. Well, I only have some iron nails, but I don't use my iron nails for that. But you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to test out my new nail molds. Let's see here. You know what? We'll just make some copper nails. Copper nails will work just fine for this. Well, this hammer's almost done. Yep. So each one's what? 2 ingots worth. Okay. So there we go. That's 400 units right there. I'll do that in like the least efficient way possible, but it's okay. Put this in my extra nugget rack there. I'll grab some black or brown coal here. And we'll get this thing going. And get some nails made, because I'm going to want some scroll racks to go with my book racks over there at the library. Alright, there we go. While we wait on that, let's go ahead and set up another thing of shingles here, because we're going to need another set. There we go. Alright. Just going and future-proofing here a little bit, make sure we have enough shingles to get the job done. Because I only want to finish getting the roof on, and then not have to worry about it anymore. This has been my winter project on the server, is building this library. I've asked one of my players on the server to help out with building a sign for the library, because there's chiseling in this game. You can chisel like nice signs and stuff. And one of my players is very good at that. So we'll see what he comes up with. There we go. Alright. Let's get this going here. These shingles knocked out real quick. And into the pit kiln. Get this project finished. And then I get back to working on building a giant road from my little village down here to the main square. The main square is the spawn point for people on the server. Let's finish this up real quick. And this is a modded server. We're running a bunch of mods. People, feel free to talk in chat. You know, I am watching chat. There we go. Alright, how's this looking? Still heating up. Perfect. Trying to be as time efficient as possible here. Like drifters down below or something. Alright. More sticks. A little more fuel. There we go. Okay, let's get this pit kiln going here. There we go. Alright, grab my tongs. See how we're doing here. Yeah, we still got a little bit of time on this one, but not much. Looks like we won't need these extra 2 pieces of charcoal. Sorry about opening my drink there, folks, in case you'll have to hear that. Alright. I don't know. We'll take these out and see if it finishes. Do I have enough storage space in here? I do have enough storage space to put that blue clay away so I don't have to carry around. Yeah, it's going to finish. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. Now, we can pour some nails. And this is from a mod pack called bulk molds. It adds bulk molds for nails and arrowheads, as well as ingots. Even like here's the ingot mold, it makes 4 ingots at a time. Really handy mod. All right, so we'll let that cook. Let's put away this extra bit of black coal here. Brown coal, sorry. All right. Now, I believe my wife wanted me to process the animals because our pigs apparently have been prolific. So, I guess it's time to harvest some pigs. But let me go change out backpacks for that. I have a... So we're using the Butcher's mod, which one of the things it adds is a bag for carrying your dead animals when you do hunting and killing of animals and stuff. There's my pet dog there. And we have random animals that spawn in our house for some reason. I have no idea why. It's been an ongoing, like, why is this happening kind of a thing. Alright, there we go. There's that. So there's the materials I'm going to need to buy the extra equipment with for the library. Because I'm going to buy a resonator for the library. I want it to have its own resonator. Alright, dear, you ready for the great meeting?
Yep.
There you go. If y'all heard her nod over to my mic, she said yep. So it is time for us to go and harvest the pigs. But I do want people to join chat. Let me know how things are going, because this is my first time trying to multi-stream. Someone left Leaf's house open. This is the great pig fin. Look at the pigs. Hello, pigs. How are you doing, pigs? Y'all doing good? That's a lot of pigs. Alright. Let's see here. It's a sow. Yep. Come with me, sow. Yep. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. And come on. There we go. Alright. Sows acquired. Alright, pigs. Time for y'all to move. Our generation 7 pigs. Good lord. It's a lot of pigs. Go on. In there, please, pigs. Alright, let's see here. Maybe I can bribe them in here with food. Food. I don't have any food. Okay. Let me go get some pig food. Okay. I've left the gate in there open for them so they can move into the front area. So if you just throw some food in the feed box, they'll hopefully move over. And I'll start processing the 5 older sows there. So I hope you wanted meat. And I'll also get that extra male goat that we don't need anymore. Sound good, dear? Okay. Alright. This is my butchery. This is where I do the processing of pig meat. And other animals. Alright, we can get the goat. Actually, let me check something real quick on my streams. Current viewers, views 3. Okay, so we are getting some viewers. Alright. Twitch, how are we looking here? Got it. Fresh. Okay, yep, good. Very good. Okay, just making sure my stream's working right. Alright, let's go get that. Goat here. Alright, come here, goat. Nope. I keep these closed just so they don't get out of here. We've got 2 male goats in here now. Is that what I'm seeing? Okay, I need the female to start moving around. You didn't die. You're supposed to die in one hit to your male goat. There we go. Alright. Got him. Alright. The 2 male goats have been cold, dear. Okay, let me out, please. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Got some goats to process. Now, this is the butchery mod that I'm using. It's a great mod. I love this butchery mod. It's fantastic. There we go. Alright, I've got my iron knife. So let's go ahead and get the skins off these guys. There's the skins. And the fat. Got some horns off that one. Alright. Here we are. Pigs are a good source of fat and hides, by the way. Just because you get so many pigs. So many pigs. Oh my goodness. I had to process like 15 pigs the other day. Alright. Let's do this. So, okay, so they're all medium hides. That's easy. Alright. Yeah, they all got buckets. Cool. How's this? That's good. That's ready to be processed. Let's just go ahead and process those. There we go. Done. Alright, so let's get... move this so I can get an empty hand for a bucket. Pull that out of there. That's empty bucket. Perfect. You're gonna have to refill this. Nope. Nope. Why are you not letting me... Oh. It didn't pick up the lime water, put lime water back in it. I'm sitting there going, what's going on here? Confusing myself with the game. There we go. And one more bucket. Beautiful. Alright. Cool. So now I need lime. Do I have any extra lime laying around? I got quick lime. Quick lime is not going to help me with lime. Alright, well, we're going to have to go get some limestone real quick, folks. Handy dandy pick. Go down here. Put this in our offhand so we can see. Deal with these. Deal with our guests. I'm intentionally using a spear, folks. And I'm intentionally using it melee, because I'm using the Seraph leveling mod. So I'm leveling up my melee skills by using the spear like this. Come here, quit running. There you go. Because I have to level up my melee skills to 15 before I can get one of the other traits that I want to level up. Oh, just no drops off these guys, huh? No loot. Sad day. Alright, well now that they're dealt with, get back up here. I'm just going to mine another layer off the top here. Essentially, I need a bunch of limestone so I can go process these hides. I can hear more drifters over there. There must be a cave. I actually think I know which cave I'm next to. I just realized. There we go. Alright. That's more than enough limestone. I'm going to grab a few more for fun. Yeah, just hop down here real quick. Cool. There we go. Alright. Cool. Now we'll come to the... I'm sealing your salt, dear. This is my super high speed mill of doom. Where do you want to put your salt, dear?
Put it in the meat box.
Meat box, you got it. One pile of salt in your meat box. Also got some fat for you. Put it there too. And some more goat antlers you can grind up for bone meal if you want. Alright, let's see here. How's my lime doing? It's processing my lime so nice and fast. This is my ridiculous gear setup that I've done for my mill. So basically it's taking the output of one of my windmills and running it through a gear system to increase the speed by 5, but lowers the torque by 5 because the mill itself doesn't care a whole lot about torque. So it's a whole interesting process the way the mechanical system works in this game. And minus the windmill itself, that whole mechanical system's vanilla. That's not modded. The windmill itself is a mod. But, yeah. The whole thing. But we're going to work on getting some hides processed here really quick. Once we get these hides processed, the meat processed, we'll do our running around to get the rest of the supplies for the library. And then we'll work on building the library. Because I am going to have to make a trip over to one of the traders to get the last of the stuff. At Thalan McRom, top viewers. Well, welcome. Not sure you're not a bot, though. Alright. Let's get some lime going. There we go. Throw this in here. Seal that up. Throw our extra lime in there. Oh, good. I got some strong tannin. Perfect. Alright, let's see here. I'll do 5 of these large hides, because these huge hides take 10 liters of tannin each to process, so let's go ahead and get those processed. Get a nice stack of leather out of it. There we go. Alright, let's get the pigs processed now. We'll start with the goats. I can actually just pick up the rest. There we go. Knock the bones down here real quick. There we go. Get the bones going. Process the next animal. But I hope everybody out there is having a good night. So I'm having a good night. Night for me, anyways. Let's just keep processing here. Two more animals. There we go. And done. I think I got everything. Yeah, got a decent amount of meat out of that. Alright, dear, we got you 18 prime meat. 78 red meat. Some more bones, because, you know, that's just what you needed. Bones. And then I'm gonna go clean this offal over here. Go. And one more. There we go. Alright. There we go. Get that awful cleaning for you. Do you want me to go ahead and add the blood to your blood barrel, or do you want to use that up and then...
You can if you want to.
I was going to say... Let me check something here. Okay, that didn't change spoil time. That didn't change spoil time. Seeing if it changes spoil time. A lot of times when you add stuff together, it will change spoil times. Yeah, it didn't change spoil times. So it's all now got 8 days till it spoils. But there we go. Alright. Alright, I need to eat. What's on the menu today? You got this yogurt meal. What is a yogurt meal? Read this. Berry, fruit, and health. Okay, well, I'll put that, because that heals people. Alright, so what do we have here? I'll just take this serving of red meat stew with boiled onion. Nope, I got the yogurt meal, actually. Okay, well, I'm going to eat that, and then I'm going to move the yogurt meal. I'm going to put the yogurt meal over here, so I don't accidentally eat the yogurt meal, because the yogurt meal seems like it's a good healing item. So I'm going to save that for when I need health. There we go. There. Okay. That's that. Character's all filled up. I'm going to throw these extra bones in here, because these are the strong bones. Ooh, I'm going to take these oak boards now. Well, these strong bones are used for basically flint-knapping bone pieces. So specifically, you can use them to make arrowheads with the butchery mod. I'm going to take those boards with me, because those boards will be good in finishing the roof. How much longer we got? 6-7 minutes left on those. What are these? Oh, these are good. These nails are done. There we go. 24 nails. Very nice. Alright. Here. I got some oak here. I have to deal with that later, because I'm going to need some more firewood. I'm trying to decide what I should do while I wait for the next couple minutes. Oh, we got a drifter. We're going to work on leveling up our melee. That's what we're going to do. I hear something down here. What's in here? What's going on in here? Aha. I knew I heard the big one. Oh, he's fighting me. There you go. Got him. Alright. Now this goes down in here, but there's like nothing down here. Some granite. But you can actually take it all the way out to the other side here. And then there's just like a deep pit over here. Which I could always go down into, but I'm not going to. You can see my wife's lantern through the wall there, because I got her a light with a nice blue, like, glass to it. Cool. It's super cool. I just have to say, I love the bismuth lanterns in this. They just look nice. That's this kind of blue, green, copper colored lantern I'm using here. There we go. Okay. Put this arrow I got away. I need to put the butcher's cleaver away. And go get my backpack back, because I'm done butchering animals for now. Butcher's Cleaver. Alright. But welcome to the stream, folks. I hope everybody's having a good day. Do feel free to chat. Let's see here, get my backpack. Alright, well, let's go do some trading so I can get some more gears. I'm going to take some trade goods with us. Gonna grab some more lapis lazuli as well, because sometimes some merchants buy it. I'll also grab the gemstones I've got that I don't need. These diamonds and this peridot there. I could take the bronze amulets, but the chance of them buying them is low. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my goodness, Doug. I hear you, pup. I hear you. So that's from the wolf taming mod. The dogs are very cool, and they will protect you. Like, they will absolutely go and back face for you. Yeah, that should be enough lapis. Alright, so we're going to start with the traders down this direction. Right, we've got a lot of drifters out tonight. Hello, drifters. Switch over to an actual melee weapon here. And that one dropped a temple gear. God, why am I being swarmed? I'm being swarmed tonight. What's going on? Walked out the back door and it's just like drifters everywhere. Alright. Everyone settled? I got it all sorted out now? Okay. I'm not sure where all these drifters came from, suddenly. There's medium activity. I bet there's a temporal rift right there. That's where they came from. It's a temporal rift in the backyard. That's what I get for traveling at night. Can't see the rifts really. So I wonder why Leaf left his door open. Yeah, you can hear the Boathorn out there. He's real upset. See? There he is over there. This is one of my players' homes. He's got a dual Hell of Hammer set up here. It looks like that's providing a good amount of mechanical power. How fast is that? Slows down a little bit. What happens if I turn on both of them? Alright. It's not a bad little setup. Photon. Gotta get rid of that before that becomes a problem. There you go. Alright. Not gonna complain about the free arrow. The free plaques, definitely. Always love free plaques. I just realized there's a huge peat bog back here that I've just been ignoring. I love using peat for fuel in this game, particularly for things like pit kilns and stuff. But let's get down here to the trader. See what they've got today. I'm going to need some more gears to buy the things I want to buy for my library project. Because I want to buy a couple chandeliers. Something like probably 4 chandeliers, I think. And then we're also going to buy a resonator. That's like 30 gears by itself. So are the chandeliers, like each. There we go. Alright, Box, what you got today? Well, you are not buying any of the stuff I brought today, Box. That is disappointing. You are selling temporal gears, though, for 4 gears apiece. It's not bad. That'll need your temporal gears. Or your vessels. Alright, well. Disappointment. Alright. Next trader is the one north of here. Traveling at night is never the best idea, but... Oh, and I didn't bring enough food for this adventure. Alright. I should quit leaving home without food. Well, after this trader, we'll head back to the house, grab some more food, because the next trader is going to be further out. And by then, the other stuff we want to take with us should be ready to go. Got temporal rift just opening up right there. Let's go over here and get in the trader's little caravan.
There's a bow torn up front of the house, by the way.
I'm not surprised that there's a bow torn out front. I had to kill one already. You home, bud? There you are. You're hiding in the corner. Alright, Quill, what about you? What you got today? Oh, you're buying the ivory. You got 28 gears. You'll buy 5 of them at 6 apiece. So let's see what we can do here. Now we can sell them all 5 that he'll buy. There we go. Oh no, he'll buy one more. He doesn't have the money for it, though. Unfortunate. He's got a scroll, though, so what I could do, buy the scroll. And then sell him one more horn. And get a couple extra gears out of him. There we go. I wonder what scroll we got. Ah, we got the Blind Bat Rickheart Part 2. So, letters, we got Quartermaster's Ledger. We got the Breakdown. We've got the Weight of Stone. And we have 3 parts of that. And we got the Spy and Sparrow, parts 1 through 5. And then we have Admirer of the Miller, pages 1 through 6, it looks like. These are all lore things. So if you're watching this after the stream, because it's all my streams go on YouTube. Let's see, we got Patronage of Talbot here. Gale, Rackus Ho, Cousin of the King. Cousin swears by this contraption. I think this is where they're talking about the bells. Then we have Dimitri's notes, which is talking. This is talking about the rot, which is the apocalypse they tried to deal with in the past. And then this is the Blind Bat Rickheart. Never go into the caves, never go underground. You hear the story of Blind Bat Rickheart. He was a young void just like you lot, curious, rambunctious. This is my first time ever seeing this one. There wasn't much to do in the fields for a boy like that. He couldn't even be bothered with tilling soil, gathering wheat. Let's see here. He knew his father was furious. One day, a little chap passing through the heath and forest had a great deal of fun, and now the wrath of his father was clear in his mind. He's terrified of going home. Alright, cool. Well. Alright, well. Look forward to having you on my next stream. I'll be streaming more often. I'm doing dual streaming now. This is my first time ever doing it, so I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch. Same time. Alright, he wasn't very bright. He wasn't very stupid either. He knew better than to be caught roaming about at night. Let's see here. Sun went down. Nice fire built. Rocking floors, so he decided to play a little game with himself, walk into caves dark to see which gave out first, his courage or the cave. Brushing off all the warnings his parents they had told him. Darker than even the monsters we see at night. Rickard was scared for sure. But all the things saying, he felt getting deeper. Okay, this is that's some sort of weird, crazy story. Alright, but that's enough. Let's go on. Get back to the house, drop off our stuff we don't need. Be harassed by drifters on the way back, apparently. Get my sword out, because apparently the drifters have words to say about my walking through here. Let's see here. So the next stop, after we drop off some of the stuff, like, I'm going to drop off this wine, this temporal gear, this arrow. I don't need to carry those with me. Will be the luxury goods trader. Because, one, they'll buy the ivory and they'll buy the lapis, they'll also buy the jewelry and the diamonds sometimes. But they're also the ones that sell the chandeliers and the resonator that I want. Oh, this drifter's... he's trying us. Yeah, go on. I got you, little drifter. There you go. There we go. Nice. Done. Cool. Temporal rifts right there. I see your Votorn, dear. He's making a run for it. He's fighting back. There you go. I got rid of your Votorn for you.
Thank you.
My wife's playing on the server with me right now, folks, in case you're wondering what's going on. Let's see, put that away. Put those away. We'll put our temporal gears away as well. Don't mind the menagerie in my living room. Alright, let's see here. I'll put this temporal gear down here. For now. Just running out of space to store them, honestly. I'm gonna start building boxes specifically for storing temporal gears at this rate. Alright, let's go get food first. Do you have any sacks of bread laying around or anything, dear?
Yeah, top box.
Top box? Got it. Oh, that's empty. Okay, well, I'll just see here. Nope, not that one. There we go. I'm going to take some of your fruit bread.
What's that for?
Didn't want to open that. There we go. Got another Votorn out here. Did you tell the Votorns to have a convention in the yard, dear?
Really?
Mm-hmm. A likely story. There we go.
I think there's a rift outside.
Why is there random limestone sand right there? There we go. It is kind of like Daisy and Minecraft, but it's not. It's Vintage Story. It's a mix between... It's a... So, to give you some context there, Zero, this started off as a set of Minecraft mods. It did. In its original life. However, the guy who's in charge of development of this ran into problems with the Minecraft engine, and he couldn't do all the stuff he wanted to do. So he set about making his own game engine for voxel-based games, and used that to make Vintage Story. And now he's got a whole team, and they're working on it. So it's like so if you've played Minecraft, a lot of the mechanics will be similar in the fact that it is a voxel-based game. But it has more of the survival feel of something like Icarus, if you've ever played Icarus. But it's got, like, the monsters that might be remnant of... They're not zombies. Although, rumor is, it's at some point as they add more to the story content, we might start seeing more, like, zombie-like monsters as well, in addition to the mechanical monsters, because those are technically mechanical monstrosities. By lore content, anyways. Because, effectively, this is a post-apocalyptic world if the apocalypse happened in the 1300s. And the apocalypse was like the Black Death on steroids. and then someone decided to fix it through weird science alchemy magic. And by fix it, I mean the apocalypse ended, and then, you know, side effects. And this is like theoretically 500 years-ish later, something like that. The timeline's been kind of muddled because humanity lost, effectively. And we're human adjacent now. That's the easiest way to put it, without giving away too much of the lore and content. Oh, this game is absolute blast. Like, I've played Minecraft since like the early days in like some of the alpha and beta builds, and I love Minecraft. And then one of my friends about a year ago told me about this game because his community was doing a multiplayer server of it, and he was like, "Oh, you should come check it out." And so I did. And this is the survival game I always wish Minecraft was. With a heck of a lot more ease in modding. Like this trader sitting here, that's just part of the vanilla game. This is a heavily modded server. Well, not heavily modded. It's not the heaviest modded server out there, but it's still got like 20 mods on it. But again, you know, it's very easy to install those mods. Oh wow, he's not paying well for these pieces of ivory today. This trader just being cheap on me here. Not paying particularly well on the silver either. This trader is not being very profitable for me. Alright, how much of the lapis will he buy? He'll buy 4 stacks of 4. There we go. What about my diamonds? I don't have good enough diamonds for him. He's not gonna buy my peridot either. But I got some money out of him. And he doesn't have any of the stuff I want today. Oh, he does have the Forlorn Hope breastplate, though. I did want that. He's got the fancy elk medallion, too. Silver bracelet. Most of the stuff I don't care about. But that, okay. Yeah. It's not what I came out here to buy, but I'll take it. Alright. Well. Unfortunate. Do I have any other traders I can go visit? They're worthwhile. Survival. Survival. Commodities. This is one. Treasure hunter. That's way out of the way, though. Building materials. Commodities. Agricultural. Clothes. Another treasure hunter up there. Yeah. Well, dang it. I needed a luxury goods trader. Alright, well, let's go over to the library that I'm working on. Drop off the building materials I have. Because I didn't get the ones I wanted. Now, that trader will restock in a few days and have a new selection of materials for me to look through. At least I did get the armor piece I was looking for. So the Forlorn Hope armor piece here is a piece of armor that's from... it's from, like, before the apocalypse, from a group that was called the Forlorn Hope. They were trying to fight the apocalypse on the surface. Most people went to, like, well, the people who lived the longest, I should say, went to underground bunkers, basically. But one of the guy who kind of fixed the apocalypse, quote-unquote, we'll go with that, he kind of like, alright, we're going to go underground, and we're going to do this grand project, and build this grand device that'll save us from the apocalypse. And so the people who survived the longest followed his instructions. The Forlorn Hope were a group of knights, basically, that stayed out on the surface and were like, we're going to fight it, and we'll fight the apocalypse, and we'll fight the people who try to stop those who are trying to survive and stuff. And they basically kind of chivalrously sacrificed themselves in a feudal battle, for lack of a better term. To give other people a chance to escape. But their armor's really cool. Really fancy looking. And you can find it, as you can see, this part is listed as broken. So I'll have to make parts to repair it to get it back up to full value. And I've been trying to get the full set. It's decent armor in the game. It's not the best armor in the game, but it's pretty good. Like, it's probably in the top 3 as far as defense values go. But I just want it so I can have a full set of it. Now, my go-to armor right now is actually the fully repaired and fixed up Blackguard armor, which is another set that you have to find, like the Forlorn Hope set. And the Blackguards were they were basically like the guards and soldiers who went down into the underground labyrinths with the people to protect them from, like, crime and monsters and stuff. It's actually one of the playable classes in the game, because this game does have a class system. Matter of fact, I'm specifically playing a Malefactor, which is like the survivalist class. But not hunting, but like, you know, scavenging and stuff like that. Story-wise, the Malefactors were people that, during that whole underground thing, during the apocalypse, they're people who were sent out to the doomed overworld from the underground to go and retrieve valuables because they'd committed a crime, and this was their sentence was, you have to go back out into the apocalypse and find valuables to bring back to the colony. Otherwise, we're not letting you back into the safety of the underground. Yeah. But alright, so this is the library I'm working on. Let's see here, I'm going to throw that in there. Go ahead and put these in here. Put these nails in here because I'm going to want those for this. I'm going to put this scroll in here because that will go in the library. Alright. The rest of this I'll take home. Top off my food bar a little bit. I badly want to hunt that deer, but I don't need to hunt that deer. Because carrying it back to process in my butcher shop would be kind of a pain right now. I keep seeing all these... You see that little brown, portalish looking thing there floating in the air? That, like, weird Ripley thing? That's sort of a symptom of the apocalypse slash the fix for the apocalypse. It's a temporal rift, or a portal to the realm of rust, which is where those monsters come from. In theory. You don't want to get near them. Bad things start to happen if you stay near those portals. So to give you an idea, I have this gear down here, that little blue gear at the bottom of my screen. It shows how temporally stable I am. If it spins counterclockwise, you're losing stability. If it spins clockwise, you're regaining stability. Once you get low enough on stability, monsters just start spawning around you and all kinds of stuff. It's a whole thing. Being underground can also cause you to lose stability. Certain parts of the world are temporally unstable, although I have that turned off on the surface for this server right now. So anything above sea level is currently temporally stable on this server, but by default there are areas that will be temporally unstable. But yeah, no, this game's a lot of fun. And this is my community server that I'm currently playing on. So members of my community are welcome to join this server. And to join that, you just have to join my Discord. And then ask me to be added to the server. That's quite literally it. And agree to the rules, of course. Because if you break the rules, I will boot you. But I've not had a problem with that. My goat pin, we're raising goats. These goats were kindly donated to me by one of my players. He has a breeding set of goats. He gave us a breeding set of our own, so that we can get milk to make cheese. That's my bee farm. I got my bees. I should really build like one of the improved beehives. Okay, right. I'm just gonna go put stuff away in the house. Don't mind the random animals spawning in my living room. Alright, let's see here. We'll put the ivory in here. My gold and silver in here. My bracelets and my gems. There we go. I'll just keep that on me for purchasing the stuff I need. Okay, I need to move that temporal gear. Put my... There's my full Forlorn Hope set in there. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on to get the armor bonus now. There we go. So basically, I have a mod that levels up my armor durability and walk speed penalty and stuff gets reduced every time I put on a new piece of armor. So now, we check that trait. That's the soldier trait. I get plus 30% armor durability on stuff I make, and my walk speed penalty is reduced by 50% for armor I wear. It's just kind of ridiculous. Alright. Cool. That's my wife. Hi, wife. Alright. Let's see here. So I did that. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to store these things. I'm running out of storage for these things. I'm getting way too many of them. That's a weird problem to have, having way too many temporal gears, by the way. Not a problem I ever expected to have in the Dig story. So for people who don't know, temporal gears are how you set your spawn point. There's the default spawn point whenever you create a server or game or whatever. And there's some settings that can change that. Like you can set your respawn to random. So if you ever play on a hardcore or not hardcore, but like a Homo sapiens playthrough, the default setting is when you die, you randomly respawn 5,000 blocks away somewhere. It's just awful. It's basically, and you start over because you also don't have a map in that particular play style, so you can't even find your way back to your house unless you're lucky and are far away from your house and spawn near your house. But I've never seen anyone have that happen. Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, my shingles are done, which is the other reason I was coming back. Yay, more shingles. More shingles for making roof tiles. Let's go finish that roof. Alright. This is also a nice road that I'm building. Eventually it's going to be lined in like street lamps and stuff, which you can actually see the street lamp design there, as designed by one of my community members. General efficiency. Super cool dude. Very good with chiseling and designing cool looking stuff. Probably far better at it than I am, honestly. But I'm gonna have to find some way to bribe him to build more street lamps for me. Alright. But eventually I'll build this road all the way north to kind of the town center up here this way. And this red star on the map here doesn't actually mark anything, it's just my next target for where I want the road to go. So basically I want the road to come to like right here next to this little pond. I might make like a little picnic area or something here next to the pond. But and one of the other major things I've got to do is I got to get a road to the coast somewhere to make getting to the coastline easier, so I can actually go out sailing and stuff. And also have a place to build like a dock for a sailboat. I'm also considering just building a road down to General Efficiency's house, because he has a dock. Because he built way down here south. We go down here on the map. He's like way down here. Yeah, this is his place down here. And that's actually his dock house you can see there. In his little town that he's got building in his farm. Eventually we'll have a road that goes all the way down there. It'll probably run like through here somewhere. Curve down. Meet up. Maybe curve over this way. Or come through the side. We haven't decided yet. You know, I've been talking about it. And then I got some players that live north on the map. Like up this way here, because here's library. And then up in this area, I've got a player that lives up here. Got one that lives over here. And I've seen a couple other like signs of building around. I think, yeah, you can see some building going on there. But, and then I got one that lives off that direction over there. Got a nice little community going here. Oh, I got some peat here I need to mine out. You can see some of this stuff is still frozen from winter because it's only 3 degrees Celsius out in the game right now. And it's April in the game. But we also... I can tell that our spawn on this particular map was a little further north than I'm used to. Alright, so this is the inside of the library. I've clearly got to decorate it, but this is like my test bookshelves that I put in. Get this snow out of here. This is my first test bookshelf that I put in. And we're going to put in more of that. I decided to use walnut for that. I think it looks nice. There we go. You have to do something about the snow on these stairs. Alright. So now... And 16 might be a little much. Let's start with like 10. Let's see what 10 gets me here. I'm going to need more than that, clearly. But I don't want to overbuild blocks. So let's do some more. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like I just need 6 more. So there's 2. 1, 2. Yeah, 6 more, or 4 more will do it. There we go. That should finish it up right there. There we go. So now I officially got a roof. Roof is finished. So now we get to start decorating the inside. Alright. So this is where I wanted the lantern, the chandeliers. I wanted to hang like some chandeliers in here. Get those hanging down for lights. You know what? I think I am just gonna have to pull these stairs out of here just to fix this whole like snow on the stairs thing. So one of the things we're experimenting with for the next major update, though, is a snow shovel. There we go. That's that set of stairs fixed. Let me do the top ones first. There we go. Alright. Cool. There we go. Nice. And get this all fixed here. Yep, yep, good. Good, and beautiful. Okay. Let's get some internal decorations going. So I'm going to want some scroll racks. I'm going to need some wood for all that. I'm going to want some tables and chairs, too. I'm going to make the tables and chairs out of, like, oak. And I think I'll leave the walnut for the shelves. It's kind of my ideas. So there's the table. Where's my chair? What do I need for chair? I need cloth. Alright, so we'll have to get some cloth. That's fine. Okay. Let's start with a couple tables. There's 2 tables. So I'm thinking I'm going to put like a table here in the back. Actually, let's do a table like right there, because I can put like a display case on it. And I'll do like the same thing here. And these will be for like display cases of interesting items and stuff. And then let's get some more bookshelves going. Yeah, there we go. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. There's one there. Alright, let's take what that will get us there on bookshelves. Alright, let's get some more bookshelves in place here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There we go. And we'll mirror that on this side here. So we're 2 over. So there we go. Perfect. Got me 12 more. Alright. So let's see here. 1, 2. Alright. That's identical. Nice so far. That's pretty good. Now let's do this. We'll get ourselves a scroll rack as well. Because what I'm thinking... Let's go grab, because I have a few more of these boards. Yeah, we got some more. Alright. So what I'm thinking... is we'll do a couple scroll racks on each side. Let's do... There we go. Gotta get the key commands right there. Let's just grab those. That there. Yeah, we'll do like... We'll start with 3 on each side. See where that gets us. Okay. So let's do like... scroll rack. Set up like that. Then... There we go. Then we got bookshelves for the books and scroll racks for the scrolls. So, theoretically, should be able to grab these. Alright. And now, in theory, if I do like this... Yeah, there we go. Very nice, very nice. Okay. I do need to work on the upper floor. I need to get some more books and some more decorations, but we're getting there. I still have to figure out lighting. I'm going to throw my extra building materials in here for the moment. All right. I could, except it wouldn't be centered. I really want 2 of them. So let me go get one more of those lanterns. Because then we can hang one up on either side of the door there. Because I need to make some more candles anyway, especially if I'm going to buy chandeliers. The chandeliers do look really cool, but I've thought about adding a mod that lets you make them out of other metals, but I didn't want to. Oh, there's a ruin over here I don't think I've visited. Let's see here. Oh, hop over the thing. That's my temporal activity. Okay, temporal activity is calm right now, so we don't have anything crazy going on. Now, I'm going to guess with this ruin being as close to spawn as it is, it's probably been looted already. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything here at it. Weirdly, it does not look like it's been dug up. Interesting. Yeah, no, it's been dug up. You can see where someone's dug down into it here. Okay. That's a big mountain over there. What's that? You all see that there on the side of the mountain? That looks like something. So I didn't want to squat. Why did that make me squat? That's just a cave. Okay. Some sort of mod conflict here I've got. I'm gonna have to re-keybind that. I think that's my crawling keybind. Somehow gotten overlapped with my zoom button keybind. I have to change that. Okay. Well, that's right. I need to check the fish traps. See if they've done anything interesting. You know, I've been talking it over with my community, and Leaf, one of my players who lives in the house behind my house there, we've been talking about carving something into this mountain right here. We haven't decided like what we want to do yet. But we're calling our little village down here like Piedmont. I'm trying to think, and we're trying to think of what we want to carve this look like. That looks like, I think that is a fruit tree up there. Yeah, that is a fruit tree up there. I've somehow missed. I know I definitely didn't harvest fruit from it before winter set in. Those are the vertical windmills from the Millwright mod. Love those things. They just look nice to me. This is a pit trap I've been working on for hiding out during storms, just to see if I can lure drifters into it. So far, it has not proven successful in design. Alright, so let's see here. Now my gears need to put this away. Yep. Where I store extra arrows for people who need arrows. Alright, so I need 2 of these bars. A little bit of coal. There we go. Torches out so I can light this up. Get tongs. You can hear that drifter. Sounds like a shiver. It's calm. So it must be a shiver down in my cave down here. Alright. While I wait for these to heat up, I'm going to check something real quick, folks. Alright. That looks good over there. Looking good over here. Alright. Cool. Check one more thing here. There we go. Alright. This is about ready to be turned into plates. Actually, do I have enough candles? I do. Okay. I need 1 candle. This. And I need 2 clear quartz. Perfect. There we go. Alright, let's turn that on. Come on. Don't die on me, your help hammer. So we're going to make another lantern to go on the outside of the library. Then we'll make some. I think we'll make some lanterns for inside the library as well. Until I can get the chandeliers installed. Let's turn that off for the moment. And there we go. Lantern. Done. Alright. Let me grab some more coal real quick. Before this fire goes out. Because I just had a moment of inspiration of what I want to make these lanterns out of. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Let's do that. I'm going to do some tin bronze lanterns. So let's make some more candles real quick, folks. There we go. Oh, go grab candle wicks. There we go. The way you make candles is it's beeswax in the first 3 slots, and then some flax fibers. There you go. That's it. And then you just warm it up. We'll try like just 2 pieces of peat here. Should be enough. It doesn't take a lot of heat for these. There we go. These should be getting close to heat as well. They're getting close. It's cool for the fire pit. There we go. I happen to have a lot of tin bronze laying around right now, so I'm trying to use it for stuff. This will look good inside the building, I think. Let's see here, how's this doing? It's going to need a little bit more fuel. There we go. Alright. Get that one done. Beautiful. Another plate, please. The joys of managing multiple heating projects at the same time here. It's gonna need one more piece of fuel. Take a piece of firewood here. There you go. That'll get it done. Give me my 6 candles. Because I'm also gonna need a whole bunch of candles for chandeliers. Because the chandeliers hold, I think, it's either 6 or 8 candles each, something like that. There we go. Get my candles. It's definitely done. Put these in here. Grab a few more. Just throw these on the fire real quick while we still got the heat. We're just gonna see how many lanterns we can knock out real quick here. See, where Leaf over there decided to make 2 held hammers, I decided to make a very fast held hammer with my ridiculous gear setup that'll get even crazier in the future. Matter of fact, it got so crazy the other night when I was sitting here at like 100% wind speed, it actually booted me off the server for a moment. Because it lagged out the communication between my server and my machine. Turn that off while we wait for these to heat up. There we go. Alright. So let's grab some clear quartz. 2, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 should get us... This is actually be enough to make 6 lanterns. The other thing I'm going to make is the display cases. I'm going to need some display cases. Alright. Those are warm enough. Wait. Okay. But of course, feel free to ask questions, folks. I love it when people talk in chat. Alright, that one's done. And the next one. There we go. Oh, then don't die on me, wind. There we go. Cool. Those are all done. Turn off the hell hammer. Now we'll do our 6 lanterns. There we go. 6 tin brass, or tin bronze lanterns. There we go. And I can put away this extra beeswax. Beautiful. Alright. How are my bees looking? The weather is too cold for the bees to fly. That's unfortunate. It's calm out, so let's get my lantern out. So I'll just leave it on the hot bar here. I'll pop my food real quick before we go. There we go. Ooh, actually, let me grab my glass. I have glass over there, actually, so I don't need this glass. But I do want... I don't want these poor chunks. I want something nice. Let's get something nice. Let's see here. Something look good in there. Let's grab rich chunk. We'll grab that. You know what? We'll grab this lapis lazuli. We'll grab the cinnabar. Grab that. That'll be fun. Let's see what else we can find to go put in display cases. This chicken just sitting on my front steps. This boar is just like moved into my bedroom. Dear, we have a wild boar living in our bedroom.
So they're taking over the whole house.
Yes, they're taking over the whole house. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't need 2 of those. Oh, it's alright. Since the merchant doesn't seem to want to buy those things, we're gonna go put those in display cases. Do I have anything here that would go good in a display case? Not really. Because I put temporal gears in a display case. The key translocator. Huh. Player corpse. Stable temporal gear. Hmm. Crush the workers. What is that even for? I don't even know what that's for. Alright. Know what the tuning sphere is. Oh, you can make a resonator? Oh. Yeah, I don't have all those parts. I'll just buy one. I know what the temporal amulet is. I have one of those. What's this for key translocator? Huh. Huh. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, it's clearly a translocator, but I'm not sure what it's for. I think that's the one you get the designs for at the end of the current story content. I think. I guess I'll find out in my vanilla playthrough, which I'll be streaming probably tomorrow. Because in my vanilla playthrough, I'm about to finish the actual current storyline in the game. So we'll see. Alright, well, let's go get these lanterns installed. Then we'll see what we can do about getting the display cases set up, putting some stuff in them. Then I just need to start pestering the rest of my community about the books from the archives. Disappeared into the players' hordes. Random stuff. Really don't want to have to go raid the archives the second time. Just to get the books. But I will if I have to. Alright. I do like how the library looks, though, in the distance. Especially with that, like, little bridge I built kind of leading over to it. Let's get over here and take a look. Yeah, it's just, I like how that looks. I gotta get rid of that floating column of dirt back there. But I'm going to build another bridge, like, right here over this little piece of lake. Is my plan. Kind of next to this little hill, slash through this little hill here. Alright, so let's see here. When we come in here, we've got our other lantern, and I think these will look good on the outside here. We do like this and this. That'll light that door up nicely. Yeah, what do you think, dear? For the lamps there? Oh, I'm distracted right now. Okay. Let's see here. So, inside these lanterns. So, let's do like here. Oh, right, because those are half blocks. It's not going to look the way I want it to look. Okay, we're going to have to come up with a different solution. I could do like that, and that'll help. That works. It gets me some light in here. I could do like, let's see here, that's how many, that's 5 over from the wall there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that actually works if I just do it on either end there. Okay, that kind of works. Take off my lantern to see what it looks like. Yeah, that kind of works. It also means that if I just go straight up here, I can do one like here, and like here, and then we'll do the same in the back. But up here is where I'm planning to hang chandeliers down to hopefully cast more light throughout the whole center area here. But what do you think of the bookshelf so far, dear? And these are the scroll racks. And here I've got some scrolls on this one. Alright, display cases now. Alright, so we'll get some... What is it? It's like this or something. Yeah, so we'll do like the short ones. Okay, so it's 2 boards. Yep. That should be enough of the small display cases here. Because I should be able to do that and that. And let's go 4 chunks of this one. So we'll do a rich chunk of native copper, rich chunk of native galena. There we go. I need some extra lights back here. And then let's see here. We'll do like diamond. We got a diamond. We got a peridot. And then I'll put the lapis lazuli in here as well. There we go. And then let's grab one of these sylvites. And the cinnabar. We'll go sylvite in here. I'll do the cinnabar over here, I think. Yeah, there we go. So this way we can have some like display cases in here and stuff. Alright. And that's the front so far. So my plan is to kind of put like a library sign like up there on that row just above the door. Current plan. It's nice and bright over here. I think that works well. I think a couple more lanterns and we'll have it sorted out nicely. As far as like internal lighting goes. But I do hope everyone out there watching is having a good time and enjoying. Alright. We'll get back to our house area here. And so, with the library coming along, I'm definitely going to have to work on getting some more books and stuff for in there. I kind of want to set up a section for like player written stories as well, because I know like General Efficiency, for example, one of my players has written a book or two in the game. Not like in the base game or anything, but like in our server, he's written a book. And so, I think I want to get a copy of that. Maybe I'll write one. This is the managed forest we're kind of working on over here. With maple trees and oak trees, so that we never run out of oak wood and stuff. It's going to be time for me to come through and harvest some of the trees here soon. And this is a crimson maple, by the way. I love the leaves on that one. That's a whole lot of rye. Looks like your carrots might be ready. Nope, close. I got one more growth cycle to go through. Got some flax too. Nice. Please. Your soybeans got stunted, dear. Alright. So here we are back at base. Let me go put that away there. I don't need that sylvite. So the sylvite here, this is used to make fertilizer in the game. Specifically, it's used to make potash. Oh, I brought back my glass and oak boards. And specifically what potash is for permanently increasing certain nutrient values of your farm land. Let me check the pigs, see if they ever moved into the front area here. I feel like Leaf's been planting his trees really close to each other. Okay, some of the pigs moved into the front area here. I mean, what do you got? We got a boar, a couple sows. Okay, boar, sow. Alright, well, that'll be a later problem. We'll keep fattening them up here. I got any food? I do have some food out here. Excellent, excellent. So what we'll do is we'll fatten them up a little bit more. Good pigs. Alright. And we'll come through and we'll harvest off the extra boars because, you know, we don't really need any extra boars. And now I'm going to have to sort out this mess of chickens at some point. The chickens are a whole mess. They got all mixed together, and it messed up my whole sorting system when there was like a graphical glitch that caused part of the filtering system to despawn. That's a whole thing. What about you goats? You all been fed? Generation is pregnant. Oh, good. Good, good, good. We are expecting another goat. Hopefully this time we'll get female goat. So we're trying to increase the generations on our goats so that they quit running around and you can actually milk them. Because they like to freak out. Oh, you have spelt whiskey here. Okay. That's my wife's distillery. She's working on making, like, aqua vitae and stuff. Alright. Now the question is what I want to work on. I could build a little addition onto my house, I think. Or, actually, I think I'm gonna do. Grab my splitter plugs real quick. Grab a hammer. We're going to go downstairs a little bit here, into the mine. Find my granite quarry here. Oh, got a friend down here. Bad deep drifter. There we go. Get rid of him. Alright. Now then. My pickaxe out. See what my best route's gonna be here. Could go back this way some. No, I don't want to go that way too far. It won't hurt to go a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll put our splitter plugs down here. Go. I'm gonna put like a little thing like this up here. I've got some more of the stone because I can always use these little rocks anyways. I'm gonna cut out a chunk of granite here because I've got a building project I want to use the granite for. Alright. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Alright, so this is from the Stone Quarry mod, by the way, folks. It basically lets you cut out big chunks of stone. Okay, no, that one didn't go all the way down. Let me get my hay bales back. So I use the hay bales as a quick and easy method of setting up like scaffolding and stuff. There we go. And it's that easy. I just removed all those blocks, and now in my inventory is a big stone slab that I can go set up, which I'm going to go do. First I'll put this hammer away. I'm going to throw my extra like loose pieces of stone in there for now. This back in my inventory. I'll put away these splitter plugs, and then there's the stone block right there. See, it's got 32 chunks of stone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab not wrench, not the chisel. Where is it? I'm going to grab this rough cut chisel and grab my hammer again. Hammer in off hand. Then I'm going to grab some blocks. In fact, I'll just turn all this into blocks, actually. There we go. And there you go. And that's an easy way to make stone blocks for a few extra tools. Now, there's other ways to do it natively in the game, but let's see here. So if I want to build this, what do I need? So I need chisel, hammer. Alright, I need to get my hammer back. Chisel back. Grab a couple metal scraps. I'll actually grab 2. There we go. So this plus chisel plus hammer plus stone blocks. Do I not have enough durability? Am I missing something? Yeah, I think it's a durability issue. Okay. Let me get my other hammer. Hammer, chisel, metal scraps, stone blocks. Yep, see, now it's working. And waystone. Oh, right, it goes in a backpack slot. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go test something here. So let me go here to waystone. Where is the mechanic? And how to use these things? Okay. Right, you need the pulverizer for that. Alright, well, I'll put this in my house then. For now. Because I think... Because I know you, like... Oh, no, that works. Okay. There we go. So in theory, you can now, like, teleport to that. Grab one more temporal gear here. So in theory, if I do this again, there we go. So I can go put these away. Right. All right. This is a new mod that I've never played with before, called Waystones. All right. Let's go back to the library real quick. I'm just going to test this. Be a test here. All right. Let's go on here. Just run. Burning a few extra calories won't hurt. can also go and check on the trader and see if they got their stock recycled after we get done dropping this off and testing what I wanted to test. Yeah, I'm surprised I did not hurt my character there. The jump was certainly far enough that it was right on that edge of possible to hurt your character. That fall. There we go. Okay, so let's just do this real quick. If we do this, say just put this down here, and then do this, and say library, confirm. Alright, so what happens if I right click on this? Ah! Neat. Oh, that's kind of cool. It works. I like that. Cool. Now I just need some way to make it so that, like, you know, only certain people can use certain ones. I think there's a way to do that in the mod. I'm going to just... Actually, let me see if that shows up in my mod settings. That's what I wanted. Alright, mod settings. Does it show up in here? No, it does not. Okay. Alright, let's grab some more food before we hit the road. Got some fresh onion stew. There we go. We'll eat that. There we go. Eat that. Alright. Let's go check that trader one last time. And then I'm probably going to have to call it there, folks. You know? But let's go find out if this trader's restocked. Oh, it's starting to head too far north. There we go. I have to keep an eye out, because there are sometimes, like, bears and wolves over here. And they will absolutely try to maul you. Honestly, bears and wolves are more dangerous than the drifters and bowthorns at times. Gotten so used to these lakes being frozen over that, you know, I keep forgetting I need to actually go around them now to get past them. Alright, have you changed inventory on me, man? Have you restocked? Tell me you've restocked. What you got now? You have not restocked. Unfortunate. I mean, I could get a silver fox from him, but I don't want a silver fox. Well, most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Any traders I've missed on my map here? Yeah, there's one way up there, so we could go due north here real quick. Let's see what that one is. Caught on that little ledge there. Gonna run up this way real quick. See if we can't find that trader that I saw. Could be a really good one. Could be another luxury goods trader. Could be something else. Someone just left a rot there on the ground. Which I'll just take, because rot has value, even if it's not high value. But it's good for, like, making fertilizer and good farmland and stuff. Something with hooves has been through here. Alright. There's a chicken. Just hope I don't run into a bear out here. We'll go slightly wide of the forest here, so I don't just run into a bear without being able to see it ahead of time. Is that some mature flax? No, it's still growing. I will stop and grab mature flax when I see it. Even though I've got a full farm. There's a cave there. I didn't fall into that. I mean, I could have easily dug myself back out right now, but still. It's a nice cave network here, too. That's a bear over there. Alright. Goats, bear. What kinds of wildlife? And the trader's like just that side of the lake over there. Same side as the bear, of course. Wouldn't have any luck if it wasn't for bad luck, right? Oh, got some blue clay here. Mark that. Alright, I don't have my auto marker thing on. That's right. My Snowballers playthrough spoiled me on that. Alright. Trader should be right over here. I feel like someone's been mining over here. It's deadhead. We're gonna go see what kind of trader this is real quick, folks. Oh, sweetheart. My wife came by to give me a hug. That's a deep hole. What kind of trader are you? Artisan. Alright, what you got? Got some ceramic hives. That's kind of cool. Now see, he'll buy my low potential gems. And my blue clay. Okay. Alright, bud. You're about to become my best friend. I can sell you blue clay. At a terrible rate, but I can sell it to you. He's got a tapestry. Ooh, I want the tapestry. Yeah, I definitely want that tapestry. He got some decent money, though. So this is an artisan trader. Trader, and we'll go like... no, not that color. That'd be a good color for artisan. Yeah. Artisan. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so we have an artisan trader up here. Any other nearby traders just on the map right now? We got some ruins over there. I'm not seeing any other obvious traders here. That are worth at least trying to adventure over to real quick. I mean, I'm sure there's more. All over the place. Let's see here. What is that? Oh, that's a kitchenware trader, I bet. I bet that's a kitchenware trader. The last one I saw looked like that. Oh, there's a trader there. Yeah. Over there behind Leaf's house. Or not Leaf's, I mean Hook's house. So, I'm like right here, right now. This is one of my players named Hook, or what we call him Hook. And he's got a road that goes off over this way. And it looks like it goes right past the trader's house. Right over here. Where was it? Here. So, it was here somewhere. I just saw it. There it is. Like, yeah, there's this road that he built. Alright. So we'll head back to the library and we'll just take the shortcut. Alright. Yeah, see, someone's been cutting little cuttings off this tree here, which is a pear tree, by the way. Alright. Oh, that was a hole. Thankfully, just a small lake. There we go, top off my food a little bit. There we go. Yep, the temporal rifts are starting to show back up here. It's my rift rating high. Great, yeah, it's definitely be getting home. Oh, there's a ruin of some sort over here. Let's go check it out real quick. It's on the way. Sort of. And this one's definitely been explored by somebody. I'm gonna guess that's probably been explored by Hook. It's kind of near the area that he hangs out in. Alright. Let me show you something cool, dear, before we call it there for the night. So I'm on my way back to the house in game. Okay, well, might want to take a look at this, what I'm about to show you. But yeah, this is our spawn-in location. Gonna build a town square there, folks. Let's go in here. We're gonna close the door so nothing wanders in.
Oh, you get your thingy.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Very good here. How's that for going to the library and visiting the merchant that's over there? Yeah, you can use it. It's in the house. Right. My wife's just watched me use the waystone, and she's just like, oh my. Like, yes. Yes, there you go, dear. I intend to set one of those up at the archives eventually, and then one at the Lazarette as well. After the group's done it. Oh, alright. That's the other thing I was going to do real quick. Okay. Let me go back to the library really quick here. So the other thing I was going to do is this. I found a tapestry. Put some tapestries and stuff up here, I think. Alright, well folks, we're going to call it there for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming by and hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you all think. If you watch this as a VOD later on my YouTube channel, which I do have a YouTube channel, folks. So, thank you all so much, and I hope you all have a great one, and we'll catch you all in the next stream, or if you go over to my YouTube, in the next episode.